Hi, my name is Haley Braskett, and today I will be talking about evolution and giving my own words on that. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, evolution is defined as a descent with modification from pre-existing species. So basically anything that has been modified to better suit its surroundings would be considered evolving. With evolution, there are two different types of evolution, pretty much two different scales. So microevolution and macroevolution would be the two different types. Microevolution, you take the first part of it, obviously it's micro, so it's on a smaller scale. Microevolution is defined as a change within a species or small group of organisms, especially over a short period of time. Anything like that could be something like antibiotics. So whenever you go to the doctor and you have strep throat, the first time they're going to give you a set of antibiotics. Well, if you get strep throat again and again and again, that is the same bacteria and it's going to develop a resistance to that antibiotic. And that would be microevolution. It's a smaller scale, it's a bacteria, and it happens very quickly. It's not going to be strung out over 1,000 years. It's going to happen within anywhere from a few days to weeks to a few months. With macroevolution, that's going to be on a larger scale. Macroevolution is defined as a major evolutionary change, and it kind of applies mainly to a group as a whole over a long period of time. So an example of that would be pretty much the chart that everybody has seen in a science class their whole life of a primate monkey evolving into a human. Or you could also look at it as a dinosaur, which obviously you don't see those around much anymore. A dinosaur evolving into a bird, which we see birds all day, every day. Natural selection is defined as different survival and reproduction of individuals due to different phenotype. So with natural selection, it's basically just adapting to your environment. The way that giraffes have a long neck, and they have evolved into having a long neck so that they can reach the higher food on trees that other animals can't really get to, because giraffes are not a super aggressive animal. They're not going to fight for their food. They just will go above and get to that food before anybody else can at a much higher place. You could also think about it as a polar bear. A polar bear is designed to live in a cold environment. That is the way that they have evolved. If you put a polar bear in the Sahara Desert, at first, they would not be able to survive it. They can't live in that type of environment. But if you kept doing it and kept breeding them, eventually they would evolve into being able to stay in that type of environment. Adaptation is the basis of all evolution. Without the ability to adapt, any species is going to die off. The world is always changing. Global warming is happening. Different places are being taken over, and different buildings are coming up in areas of the world that were normally just forests and animals. Species become extinct because they aren't able to adapt, so that's kind of why adaptation is the biggest part of evolution. None of any type of species anywhere would really able to survive and thrive without the ability to adapt and overcome their new surroundings. Thank you for listening.